Gentlemen, some Flamesy news out of Edmonton, as was just teased. Yesterday, Connor McDavid stood by a football field where a team had won one game in half a decade and proclaimed how excited he would be to be the home team at said venue. And yes, of course, we speak of the Heritage Classic, October 29th, a Sunday outdoor affair between the Flames and the... Oh, my God, look at this. Whoa. That is one of the digital boards in Commonwealth, and that is a rather new-looking Flamesy type logo thing. Okay, here's Mike Gould, one of our resident nerds, writers, Coyotes and Flames followers.
Right.
Very good dude. The Calgary Flames word mark and the smaller circle will be on the jersey, apparently. The bigger circle on the outside will not. So it'll be a vintage white. So sort of the off-white beigey. We've played outdoors in these, and they're not white anymore because we've had to wash blood out of them and such over the years.
So do we know that, or is this a Mike Gould speculation based on that?
I believe it's a bit of both. And so we go further down the rabbit hole with a lot of these people you'll see on social media. They love the jersey stuff and they mock up their own. And this was a mock-up done by Chris Wilson based off of what? Well, the leak you saw yesterday, but also where did this design come from for the Calgary Flames? Well, maybe it was the old Calgary Stampeders hockey team from, I believe, 26,000 years ago. Have a look at this right here. And I don't know that we can zoom in or not, but it does say Calgary in the top, Stampeders underneath at the bottom, and then, of course, a logo of some sort of a horse in the middle, or maybe a bull. I'm not sure. But that was a hockey team back in the day. You could see how the Flames could be borrowing from that, and I'm sure the whites were a little beigey back then, even though this is a black and white photo. It looks very white.
So the answer, again, is feels like speculation.
Yes, heavy speculation that I bet if we put some dough down, these jersey nerds typically don't miss. It's kind of like the leaks where they're just always right, it seems, right?
Got it.
Yeah. So anyway, there you are. These are the big breaking stuff. I mean, huge. I know Noah Hannafin deal is maybe here, but the jersey logo for the outdoor game, we're talking peak interest for Flames fans here.
Yeah. Rhett, you love this stuff.
Oh, he does, yeah.
Just captive. I'm speechless.
Yeah,
it's riveting,
stuff,
really. That's what it is.
So excited.
One of Rhett's kids that he's mentioned, not your son, but one of the young players in the league that you mentioned last year that you thought was having a really good rookie year, he got MF paid yesterday. Jake Sanderson, who has played not a ton of NHL hockey, is going to make 8 sheets plus a year for a max term 8-year deal to keep him in Ottawa, $64.4 million USD retro. That'll kick in after this season. That, of course, is the earliest you can extend someone, is the season before they become an RFA or a UFA. They have locked up their entire core. Stützle, Shabbat, all these cats are in. 5th player in the $8 million range on the Sens. How much has Jake Sanderson played in the NHL? The former North Dakota NCAA player.
Something.
77 games, our pal Big Save Nick out in Toronto noted. That is not a lot of hockey, but he did show a lot of promise.
He's a good player.
It's a lot of dough, fellas.
High first round pick.
Highly touted, lots of
if you
tools.
Get drafted in the first round and play a few, you are probably going to, like, his dad was going to give him that much per year anyway because he's got so much dough. But I mean,
that's not what it is. Yeah.
Why not make your own?
Man.
Did his dad invent the cell phone or the spaceship? What did he do? That's impressive stuff. After he
the
retired.
twisted wrister. That's what his dad.
Oh, okay, the twisted wrister. He invented that.
Yeah, man, it is amazing though that some of these guys coming right out of entry level, zing.
He's got 1 year left on entry level. He must have come out of college and burnt year one with the last couple of games of just 2 seasons ago to be able to be in the last year of his entry level this year. Like, this is quick to money.
He missed a few because of the bad wrist.
77 games, less than a full season. I'm not saying it's a bad deal. I don't know that it's necessarily that at all. If you're Ottawa and you've seen the Stones and DeBrinkets and Carlsons of the world say thanks but no thanks when they get close to free agency, I don't mind you locking up a guy even if it's an overpay for the first 2, 3, 4 years. Cap's going up and he projects to be a top pair defenseman. That's going to be a deal on a top pair defenseman for probably more than half that contract.
And his dad will finally pay for a drink, so it'll be great for all of us.
Everyone's all comes back to you, Rhett.
Everyone's winning.
Yeah. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Now you always say, okay, so Pinder's got this thing in the Pinder report, but is that AI? Like, is that real?
Mm-hmm.
I want you to tell me if this is someone has apparently taken some photos from the future. Someone asked AI to have a picture of Jake Sanderson throwing the cup off the Parliament buildings. That's AI. So just remember what that looks like. That's AI. Okay.
Really?
You can ask it to do these things. Isn't that wild?
This is speculation again. You don't know that that's not real.
That's true. I mean,
It's
we don't.
very risk.
We're living in a post-fact era
It
now.
is.
There are no longer
Two
any-
hands, Jake. Two hands.
Come on, buddy.
Christ.
And Rhett, it does all come back to you and matters about you. You know who loves this deal more than anyone, maybe in the entire NHL?
Jeff.
Yo boy, Rasmus Dahlin. This kid played 77 games and had 30 points. How about I just hang like, a point per game and run a power play here? Huh? What are you going to pay me, Sabres?
I disagree with Matt Larkin at M. Larkin Hockey. I don't think Rasmus Dahlin gives a lick what Sanderson's making because he's heads and tails above him.
Well, that's my point. Is if this guy's making 8, like, does Rhett
it's not
Dahlin
even
not come in at
comparison.
like 11, 12? Like,
Wasn't
Carl-
the number I thought there was something kind of making its rounds yesterday. The 8 times 10.5 for Dahlin was in the works.
that would be team friendly, I would suggest.
Team friendly. I was thinking it
And
was an
just like
11
Cale
plus.
Makar,
Yeah.
and his number is team friendly as well.
This comparison is good for the dopes like us to think about because we're like, oh my God, Sanderson, how much money? Well, if it works out,
Oh, I think it's a huge bet, but it could pay out
steal,
huge.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I would like to see. Not so much the Rasmus Dahlin. Where's the Cale Makar reaction to the Sanderson?
Well, he signed his big deal. He's locked in for 8, so
I know.
7 more years. I don't like I see what you're saying. It might be the like
Every month he would. I'm a bigger deal every single week that goes past. He's the best young player in the game. All due respect to Rasmus Dahlin, I don't think.
how much money does Makar leave on the table here on that last deal?
Man.
A couple million a year? Oof.
It's got to be a great spot to be in, right? When you're making 8-9 sheets, and it's like, I am doing you guys such a favor.
Yeah.
What a bargain I am to you.
Wait till next time because I'm getting it all.
Yeah, Cale, you did us a big favor. I owe you a huge solid. Please take this $60 million, $70 million, and we'll find a way down the road to really make sure there's a good one. We owe you a solid here.
You're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome.
And you get to stay with, the Rantanens and McKinnons and Joe Sakic's of the world. Good to see these D-men getting paid, Rhett. I know you've always advocated for that. Finally.
So my $2 million wasn't such a big deal, eh?
It was a tone setter. It was you and Scott Stevens really changed the market with your deals. Yeah.
I remember doing radio back then. God, if we could just get this fucking Warner cap hit off the books.
Can he be hurt for this year? We could really use this money.
He's got one more left?
Oh
my God.
He better be hurt. Call him and tell him he's hurt.
Or just play him.
Yeah,
David
that's
Hale
enough of
was really out there
David.
knocking it around.
Warner is.
We had to have Adam Party really lifted the.
Can't teach size.
It was really quite a. Who was the other? Because was it Aaron Johnson?
No.
What was his name?
Bubba.
Well, there's Anders Eriksson, but who was the kid he was a Columbus Blue Jacket. I thought it was Aaron.
Oh, there was a Johnson. That's
Aaron
right,
Johnson came through and David Hale, and it was.
Well, because we had the best D in the league. We had 4 Olympians on our team, remember?
Was that not the year that Strawman came and had a great camp and they basically gave him away for free?
Yeah, they didn't keep
him. A decade of hockey. Like, what are you doing? Keep this guy. Trade someone else.
Him and Anders Eriksson both came in on PTOs. They kept Bubba and sent
God, that's a bad
Strawman, and Strawman's still playing somewhere. He's still playing.
I think he played last year. Yes, that's insane. Strawman, there. Any fucking hands for nothing.
Bubba's such a nice guy, though, right? Hey, Retro?
Great.
Anders Eriksson?
Looked like Santa in one of his pictures.
Unbelievable guy.
Doing great work with the kids down in Florida.
Yeah, that's right. What's
tough
Strawman
news.
doing? Hey, Strawman, are you giving back to the kids? Probably not, you selfish prick.
Still playing, jerk.
Cashing. Cash and checks.
Get it.
Sad news for our pal in Atlanta, Mike Soroka. This the topic of discussion here for the Braves manager. What is it? Brian Snitker, I believe. Let's have a listen.
Do you have any updates on Soroka?
Forearm inflammation was the cause of the numbness or whatever once he went through the battery of tests today. So he's done for the year. There's not anything that's going to have time to come back from. So, I think he knows and I don't know, what they do for that, but, he'll be shut down. Then he can kind of concentrate when he gets ready on his off-season program.
That's the best case scenario, right?
Yeah, really, nothing, I guess. I mean, just I think one of those things, like George said, that I think just happens. If this was April, we'd be going, all right, well, but there's just not enough time. And I think what he did after, coming back and getting this far, I think is pretty good. Credit to him and his work ethic and determination and everything that he's done to get this far into, September even. So, but yeah, I think it's once they calm that down, then he can get on with his off-season routines.
Because he's so diligent, but you've mentioned that you'd always bet on to be kind of back to work.
Oh, yeah, after everything he's been through, holy cow, there ain't nothing going to stunt that guy. I mean, he's had everything thrown at him you could probably have these last few years and handle it all. That's why he come back. So, he's a strong individual.
Crappy news. And
He's working too hard.
that would be a Rhett takeaway here.
That would be a Rhett takeaway. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing
Maybe a few
too
more
much.
barley sodas, a little less straining all these muscles you got to use in the season.
Calm it down. Mike, we love you. We want you to have a long and prosperous career, but you're going to have to cool your jets.
Shit.
Yeah, it's a shit for sure.
Still our boy.
Still our boy, still love him. And as Snitker said, everything's been thrown at him and he's persevered and fought through so much adversity already. This ain't no thing. Come on now. He's got it.
Chicken.
Okay. We're moving on. NFL. Today's the day, fellas. Today is the day. Now it is Chiefs. It is Lions. We talked about the line moving and some Travis Kelsey uncertainty yesterday. There's also some uncertainty about their best pass rusher, Chris Jones, is asking for a raise, Rhett. This happens in the NFL like it used to in the NHL. You don't like your contract, you say, yeah, I don't know if I really want to play. Maybe just give me a raise, please.
This is also a very Rhett move.
Yeah.
I deserve more.
Yeah. I want to do less but make more. So I'm not going to come to training camp and do all these workouts, but I want you to pay me more for doing less. Here's the latest and a quote for the ages from defensive. We don't have it. No. Oh, you
Thanks,
duster.
Jack.
Go find it.
Could have stopped.
It's in there.
before
It's in
that,
there. We'll find it for later.
Could have stopped before all the build up.
I was really building that up.
And finally, after that, here is.
And
Did we play the gridiron music or no?
I think it's copyrighted. That's the damn problem.
On the radio today, that's all they were talking about was Bills music and what they needed to play at the stadium.
Like pump up music?
Yeah. Big
Just
debate.
Slayer?
Because they played that shout song.
Yeah.
Bills make you wanna
Shout.
That's
That's the wedding song. Shout. A little bit louder now. Shout.
Is that your karaoke song?
Hey.
Hey. Isn't that your go-to?
No. Feliz Navidad.
No, Pinder. What was
No, I got the Big Bopper.
the
Chantilly
Big
Lace. Come
Bopper,
on,
right?
buddy.
Yeah.
Tighten it up.
Oh, baby, that's
What I like. Here's
That's right.
Travis Kelsey and the latest upon him. And tonight's availability, officially listed as questionable for the opener against the Lions. We already mentioned that. It is a bone bruise to his knee. You ever bruised your knee, Rhett? I know you had hip issues.
I don't know that I have, but it doesn't sound nice. Don't they have those bone healing machines now? Can't you just hook
Yeah,
that
I don't have one of those in my house. Dean, do you have a bone healing machine?
I could use one. Use one.
Which
Yeah.
bone are you having an issue with?
Well, there's one bone that needs some serious attention.
Okay, interesting. You know who got paid? Nick Bosa. Oh my God.
Nick.
Now Nick has always been about the money. Didn't he walk from his last year at Ohio State, 2 games in? He's like, nah, I'm not going to play anymore. I'm going too high in the draft. Can't risk it. Guy's been waiting his whole life to get the payday, and he got it. Highest paid defensive player in NFL history, and he will play Sunday against Jack's Steelers. Jack was very excited that Kittle and he might miss, and it looks like they're both going to play.
Yeah.
By the way, the Steelers get 2.5 points at home against one of the favorites in the NFC, the 49ers, who Jack think, because they're going to play the Steelers, massively overrated.
Right.
Anyone the Steelers will play, no good, overrated. They suck. This guy's probably not going to play.
Jack, I hope
all
your
these sports books
quarterback-
are out to lunch. The
I hope
Steelers
the
are great, and everyone else.
quarterback makes it through the game. I really do.
Okay, let's tee up the Jones thing again.
Yeah. So back to
what?
tonight's.
Who's this Jones guy?
Okay, so
Chris Jones, defensive tackle for the Chiefs. Will he play tonight? And what about this hold in or hold out or whatever he's holding here? He wants more money. Okay. Here it is. Opinions are like buttholes. Everyone's got one and they all stink. You can't make everyone happy. I'm just asking for a raise. I could be on the field tomorrow, he said. Yes.
just for that, yeah. You
What
need
a
that kind
quote.
of levity in the room.
Yeah.
Listen, we're going to give you everything you want, but we're going to need a weekly quote.
Yes.
They need to put a D on that guy's chest because that is a dog.
He's a dog right there. He's a dog with a stinky
it.
hoop, and he might play tomorrow tonight.
They're
I
all
guess.
stinky, yeah.
That's right. He's not unusual in that
Yeah.
sense.
Pay him.
Basketball, Canada, we know, qualified for the Olympics. They're in the Philippines.
What?
The world champs. Yeah, they qualified. That was like a week ago.
We all know
But they're
that?
still playing the tournament, which is amazing. And how about this sighting? Remember the Raptors superfan Nav Bhatia?
Of course.
He's in Manila to watch Team Canada. This guy will not be stopped. It's incredible. There's Nav Bhatia. What a beauty. Legend in Toronto. And then with that Raptors run to the NBA championship, a Canadian icon. And yes, of course, he's in the Philippines to watch the Canadians hammer Slovenia. Well
Is that
done.
the easiest way to become a Canadian icon is to be filthy rich and afford tickets to sporting events?
I don't. Who's another one that's done it? Because that's Nav's playbook for sure. I just don't know that. Has anyone else pulled that off? If it's that easy, or is he making it look easy?
Wow, he's got the lead on everybody. Nobody can catch up. He's doing an awesome job, and I'm extremely jealous.
He
I
owns
just
a
don't
few-
know that there's a lot of people who would spend their money that way, following the Canadian basketball team to
What a beauty.
Manila.
What are you
Yeah.
talking about, Dean? Squad is playing well.
Right.
Yes. Gilgis Alexander, sensational tournament so far. Anyway, Nav's there. He made his money in the car dealer business over in Toronto. You'd hear his ads on Toronto radio all the time back in the day. Nav Bhatia! You always have sales on. Come on out. Buy a car. Let's go. Super fan, super traveler. Good on him. Speaking of travelers, speaking of legends, speaking of icons, Aussie Brad left us this note, full screen, please, early this morning.
Boom, boom. Pinder. Fucking retro. On the eve of the fucking finals. Now, Pinder, I saw you had the fucking Melbourne Demons. Look at them. They're lit up, along with me fucking beloved Flames. The Demons. You had their fucking jumper behind you a couple of weeks ago, Pinder. Now, get that fucking thing back up. We're heading into finals. Eve of finals tomorrow. We're playing those fucking dirty, rotten motherfucking Collingwood cunts. I tell you what, they're just as bad as fucking Edmonton, Vancouver, toothless motherfuckers. They're fucking pieces of shit that need to be fucking pounded into the fucking ground tomorrow night. The Demons are coming and we're fucking running hot. Pinder, get that fucking jumper on. You fucking wear it. Give us some fucking love from over in Calgary. Give us some love for fucking tomorrow night. We need the fucking support. Now we ended up fourth and we're fucking coming hard. September, boys, great time to fucking be a sports fan. The Flames are coming back. The footy's fucking on. I'm loving the work, boys. You fucking keep punching. Boom, go to fucking D.
Yes!
I love this
Who
guy.
wants to run through a wall right now?
Let's go. Come on, Pinder. Yeah, there it is. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, fucking Rice. Let's go. Whatever team that is, let's go. Get that. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go.
He's never misses.
That
Never
is tremendous. That is tremendous.
I'm getting a Demon's neck tattoo. For
So-
Ozzy Brad.
Now,
So what was now? Because he said you had it on and then it was gone. Was it something in the
it was
background?
tucked
or-
right back here in the
Okay.
display for like 3 weeks, a month ago.
Yeah.
And no one would have recognized it. These are our pals we went to dinner with. They said, "Hey, you can use this for your set." And I'm like, "No, this is you collect it from Australia. You keep it." He's like, "No, I want it on the show." And I'm like, "Okay." And Aussie Brad picked up on it, saw it. And so we're going full Aussie redneck sleeveless AFL. Let's do this. Now I do have
Do
a
we
little
have
bit of troubling news because there's a bit of a
do
time
not like
change.
Collingwood either. They're
Those
jerks.
MFers, yeah, they're going to be stomped.
Mhm.
Here's what we know because there's a bit of a time change. The final has 4 teams, and they played the top seeded club, Collingwood. Those turds. The results are in. The Pies, it's Collingwood's nickname. They survived a massive fight back from the Demons, but apparently a very dirty play in here. Collingwood have survived a massive Melbourne fight back to claim a 7-point win and seal a home preliminary final in 2 weeks. So Melbourne's not done, but now they got to play these 2 other turd teams to try to get into the final, to go to Collingwood to play these guys in the final. So
Quick
maybe we're a
question.
little late on the jersey.
Okay, so quick question.
Yeah.
What sport are we talking about?
Aussie rules, which they call football.
Okay,
there, but
so
it's
not-
definitely not gridiron,
Great
which is what they
sport.
call American football,
Not
great.
soccer.
not soccer.
This is Aussie rules football.
Not rugby, not soccer, Aussie rules. Awesome sport.
It's fast, it's physical, it's a huge field. It's like the size of a cricket field, which that might not mean anything to you. It's a huge oval.
What? That's
and then-
that's massive.
That's right. So bigger than an MLB stadium, a big oval, and then yes, it's all massive contact and speed and physicality, and dudes with no sleeves. Get into it.
I don't know what Aussie Brad. So here's the backstory on Aussie Brad. We've never met him. We don't know him. He has either, I think he used to listen to the radio show. He started watching this show and periodically would send in videos, and they're all like that. He's dialed right in. Big Flames fan. He's got his man cave. We don't know him, but we adore him. He is
He adores
he's
us.
He's our favorite person in the world, and
He's our spirit animal.
we don't know what he does for a living. We think he lives in Australia. We're kind of taking his word for it, to be quite honest.
It doesn't match the time zones. I get these.
Wait a minute. This guy's in Rimby. We're taking a lot of what he's
Might
saying
be a NIMBY.
at his word, but
Ooh, Nimbin.
man, this guy is
Olympics.
yeah. So Aussie Brad is just a guy who's worked his way into the fabric of the show, and God love you. God
He just
love
doesn't
Aussie
miss.
Brad.
Like, has he
No.
ever sent us a video where you're like, kind of fell flat?
No,
Nope.
And we appreciate his close monitoring of the show. Apparently,
Unbelievable. Like, just folded up. I don't even know how he,
yeah.
like, did anyone else notice this in the backdrop for a month in the spring? Like, wild. Great stuff.
Awesome.
No sleeves. Eh?
So when is this game? What are we doing with?
It's over. They lost.
Oh shit!
But they're not out of the tournament yet. They still
Oh.
they got to go the back way into the final, I think. And a very controversial hit, but at least it was on one of those turds that Aussie Brad was not keen on. So the good guys, a little bit of a harder path here, but they're not done yet.
Where's Trigger? Was the only thing we were missing from that. We got the neon signs, we got the man cave, we got a lot of MFers. We got a lot of them,
MFers,
a couple C's, some MFers, but we didn't get Trigger, his dog, in there. So
Yeah, Trigger might have been running at the tempo and volume he heard there. He might just be like, you know what? Might just give Dad a little space.
yeah, Dad's
He's
Dad's
wound
in
up for
one.
this AFL final.
Yeah,
He's always alone.
He's recording them alone. Yeah. I do. I have many questions about his life. I think we should go investigate. The NHL is supposed to be out there soon.
what do you call the ladies in Australia?
Sheilas. Aussie
Sheilas,
Sheila.
That's right.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he's got a Sheila or two.
Or maybe he's just done with the Sheilas. Maybe he's had enough Sheilas in his life. He's like, I got my man cave. F it.
Might have Sheila's on payroll. You never know.
Got my big screen. I got my dog. I got my Aussie rules football, Flames. Let's go.
I feel like whatever he's doing, he's winning.
He's
I'm not.
absolutely.
Yeah, He's living his best life.
Yeah,
There's
he's
no doubts about that.
lapping the field for sure.
Remember when he showed us where the bottle caps fall after you crack them? And it was like, oh, this was the pandemic. Like, Jesus, that's like a dumpster-sized pile. They wouldn't let them leave their houses in Australia. You get pulled over, you had to show your ID and everything. Oh, you've already made a trip today. You're done.
We'll get there someday. That's one thing in my heart. I believe some way we will go there and meet Aussie Brad.
You will have to leave your home, but it'll take a long time, but it'll be worth it. I do believe all those things.
Didn't he say he wanted to come here for the Kipper game?
He should. Yeah. What's Kipper? Is that March 2nd against
We need to do a GoFundMe or a Kickstarter. To get
I don't know that we do
plane
need
ticket
to be
get over
honest. Whatever he's doing, you got the man cave going.
Yeah.
Buy one or two less neon signs this year and get on a flight.
Oh, that guy's a beauty. God love you, Aussie Brad. God love you.
That's how you wrap a Pinder report on a Thursday, Dean, right there.
Nicely done. Village Honda. They still want to buy your car, by the way, up at Village Honda. Buy your car. It's hassle-free. There's no obligation. Set up an appointment. They'll check out your vehicle. They want those pre-owned vehicles on the lot. They'll pay top dollar, cash in 24 hours. There's some perks along the side. Get a hold of them online at villagehonda.com or go visit them in the Northwest Auto Mall. They're your dealership for life. They're Village Honda.